We're going live. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, streaming the Saturday edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net on 443.075. The repeater here locally is known as VA3ZOE. Please stand by, and we'll see who picks up the net to be our net controller tonight. I think we're a minute away from kicking this off. So VA3IMW, standing by. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good evening, all amateur stations. This is VE3ZJC, Jason, on behalf of Lake Ontario Radio Club. This is the Saturday Night Net. Lake Ontario Radio Club meets 5 times a week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, here on the ZOE repeater, and Thursdays on the simplest frequency of 446.125. At this time, I'll take a quick standby for any priority, portable, mobile, or quick one-and-done traffic. This is VE3ZJC, standing by. VA3NCA, one and done. VA3NCA, thanks for the one and done, sir. Any other stations, quick one and dones, mobile, priority, etc.? The Nerd will open up to anybody, anywhere with a valid amateur radio license. This is VE3ZJC for the Lake Ontario Radio Club. Come on in.
Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey.
VA3IMW, good evening, Mac. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing so good. It was a very good radio afternoon. A bunch of new parks added to my collection. And although 40 meters was noisy and cantankerous, and 20 meters was up and down like a yo-yo, it still seemed to be somewhat fun. Anyways, just let everybody know we are streaming this net on YouTube, so feel free to look us up. Just put in my call sign in the search box, VA3IMW, and when you scroll down and find that red live button, that's where we are. Thanks for doing this one. How's everything going with the family there, Jason?
Well, the situation is what it is. The mother-in-law went back to the hospital on Thursday. The PSW and the nurses that tend to her in the house 4 times a day, plus the overnight, said she was having difficulty. The hospital says she's got RSV, which is contributing to pneumonia. So she is on 2 courses of antibiotics, and they're keeping her until that clears, at which point she will be sent home. In the meantime, we're working with Ontario Health at Home for long-term care stuff to get her into a proper facility where she can have the round-the-clock eyeballs that she requires. After that, we're just doing what we got to do.
Sounds like you're doing all the right things. Very good, Jason. As usual, if anything pops up there where you need some assistance, feel free to reach out. Not just radio related, otherwise as well. All right, I'll be Oh, by the way, yes, there is one other thing. We're going to try something new tomorrow night. Sunday night, 70 centimeter side bin is going to grow. It's going to grow exponentially. We're going to finish up our check-ins on 70 centimeters, and then we're going to move down to 2 meters. I think I've targeted a frequency of 146.100, and we're going to poke around there and see whether 2 meters is going to work as well as it has for us on 70 centimeters. So that's an addition to what's going on, and we'll also be streaming that so everybody can follow along if you can't actually hear us on RF. Anyways, that's about it for now.
Very good, sir. I appreciate the check-in and the reminder for the other nets on Sunday. I probably won't be able to join that one, but I wish you many, many check-ins. This is VA3IMW from Lake Ontario Radio Club Saturday Night Net, looking for more check-ins. Come on in.
VA3XLJ.
VA3LBI. Alright, 2 more stations heard from XLJ and LBI. Vanya, how are you doing, good sir?
Good afternoon, Jason, and everybody on it. I'm doing fairly well, so I was planning on going activating park, but the kind of weather didn't cooperate today. It was kind of ugly, not enough sun. So we never left. Actually, we left late and didn't make it to the Bronte Park. I was planning to go there for a little bit, but we left too late at home, and then I had to settle at the Great Waterfall. Wow, oh my God. Great Waterfront Trail and the Canada Trail here. I just was parking on while the wife and the son there, walking the whatever the thing beside the lake is, pathway or whatever the thing is called. So I have a little bit of time to check in on that and hopefully find a clear frequency of 20 meters and make a few contacts.
Oh, very good, sir. Find a free frequency. Come back and let us know where you are. I'll fire up the HF rig and see if I can work you. I don't always get a clear shot of you, but if you're local, it'll work out for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm right across the lake from you guys, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. I did put I call this thing the hamstick up on a roof, and seems to be that the 20-meter hamstick is working much better than 40. So we will see how fast we can do this. Yeah, I'll post myself somewhere, and we'll go from there.
Fantastic, sir, and good luck with the activation. Anything else before I toss it over to Larry?
No, I'm gonna give you 7-3 and the go below the high fidelity sound into the mud, and let's see what can I score the HF.
Very good, sir. Thanks for the check-in. I do appreciate it. The 3LBI, good evening. Larry, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, very good, Jason. Busy morning. We were out looking at a couple of the flea markets, whatever you want to call them. Antique stores, I guess, also. Trying to find a hurricane, I guess. It's just on top of a thing my wife has. It's an heirloom. Unfortunately, last year, the wind caught it and blew it over and smashed the top of it. So we're out kind of looking for that this morning, but no luck. Could find something on Amazon. She may try.
I totally missed the description of heirloom. What that got smashed?
What they call a hurricane lamp.
Not a clue. I'll have to look it up.
Okay, how about an oil lamp with a glass globe on top?
Roger. That one I got.
Okay, that's what it is, except you normally put a candle in this one. Okay, it's not. Anyway, we're looking for the top portion of it, and it's not a large unit, so we're looking for something small. Anyways, we were at a couple of, like I said, flea markets, and went to a couple of the local stores downtown on Ottawa Street and Martin, but ain't able to find anything. So other than that, this afternoon we broke up the rest of the ice in the driveway. One spot there where the sun didn't quite catch it all the time, so
boy, I haven't seen anything of that quantity in quite some time, other than some of the big snowbanks that are still sitting in the parking lot that I can see out my window here. And yeah, and a little bit in my backyard where the sun doesn't actually shine.
Yep. Okay, Jason, that's about it. Had supper, obviously on the barbecue. Beautiful day. I think it got up around 64, maybe 65 degrees outside. So it was really pleasant. All right, I'll turn it back to you and see if you can get some more check-ins. VA3IMW.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Larry. I appreciate it, and enjoy your dinner. This is VA3, is JC from the Lake Ontario Radio Club, looking for more check-ins on a Saturday night net. Come on in.
VA3 DCS.
VA3 DCS. Good evening, Dave. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well. Didn't do much today. Got the dogs out for a walk during the rain this morning, which was kind of just spitting, so didn't get too wet. Well, the dogs got quite wet underneath, but not myself.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment. I'm sure it's going to be about the Geiger counter back.
All right, go ahead with it.
Yeah, Dave, the Geiger counter sound is back, and as far as the dogs go, I'm still glad I don't have one. I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. Just not my thing.
Oh, Roger, yep. Yeah, I figured probably the 50-foot Cat 6 cable between the two pieces of the radio.
Cat 6 cable should be shielded, so it shouldn't be picking up. Is it Cat 6 or Cat 6E? Because the Cat 6E would be the required, and it would be shielded and protect you from any of this nonsense.
Yeah, I think just 6, and it's flat.
2 loops or 3 loops through a toroid would solve that.
Yeah, I guess I could look for one of those.
For a quick trip to Canada Computers for a patch cable for any PC that's Cat 6E, and you'd be good to go, because that'll be shielded.
Yeah, maybe I'll just give that a try. Let's see. Oh, they're open tomorrow. I think Sayal, are they open? Probably not.
Yeah, Sayal's not open, but Canada Computers would be. Any of their stuff should be good. I've run temporarily when I had moved I'll be okay. My 7100 back to my desk a few weeks ago. The main cable that comes from ICOM was still left in the vehicle, and I used some good Cat 6E patch cables that I absconded from work with one day, and they worked just fine. Nobody said I had a Geiger counter in the background.
All right, I'll give that a try. I'll definitely give that a try. That way, I move the head unit of this thing back and forth occasionally, but I can't watch the hockey when I'm in the other room.
We could save you some disappointment.
I'm waiting to go and watch that myself once the net concludes. Anything else for us tonight, Dave?
No, nothing else. Just looking forward to next Saturday.
Absolutely. The romp up at Salt Fleet, where we're all going to go play radio, and Max apparently going bright-eyed and bushy-tailed before all of us to go get all of his gear set up.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking if everybody brought their Pac-12s there and everybody set theirs up on a different frequency, to save a little bit of time.
No, I don't think you're saving much time. It's all of, 60 seconds to change bands and tune it. And once you've done it enough times, you don't even really need a meter. You just
Thanks for doing it there, Jason.
Thanks for checking in, Dave. I do appreciate it. This is VA3, is that JC for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Saturday Night Net, looking for more check-ins. Come on in.
VE3FJJ portable.
VE3FJJ portable. Apparently Flynn. Good evening, Flynn. How are you doing, sir?
I'm not doing too bad, man. Just enjoying, the nice weather. Got the barbecue going. Just sitting here relaxing before it gets a little too cold. Then I got to go back indoors for a little while.
Yep, good. All my temperature gauge here is showing 16 degrees. I was out in the backyard barbecuing for dinner, enjoying the reprieve from the rain and the sun while I could get it.
Yeah, we all, when it's nice though, we got to take it as we can. We had a pretty interesting weather, or winter, so yeah. But I just thought I'd throw a bean in the pot and say hello to everybody out here. And you guys are going to hear me a little more frequent now again. And thanks again for acknowledging me. You guys, 73s, take care.
Very good, sir. Thanks for checking in, and you're always welcome, as is every other licensed amateur radio operator. With that, this is VE3, ZJC for Lake Ontario Radio Club, looking for more check-ins on the Saturday Night Net.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu.
And hum.
VA3 CJZ with the 60 hertz hum in the background. Good evening, Chuck. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, really? Doesn't show that I have any noise here, but I do I?
QSL, and it is definitely a 60 hertz hum, and Mac is streaming the net again, so I guess you could jump over there, roll it back, and listen to it yourself. I'm not sure what would be generating that, but it is 100% loud and audible and clear to everybody.
All right, well, that is so weird. Only on this, I only get it on this frequency and repeater, it seems. But anyways, not too much going on over here. Quiet day, just gonna have a relaxing evening. No radio yet. No radio contacts except for this today.
Well, I appreciate this radio contact, and I know Vanya checked in a little earlier. I'm not sure if you heard him. He's on the other side of the lake at a park and is looking for a clear frequency, and he'll spot himself on likely 20 meters, because that's what he said. That's the ham stick that's working for him today. So maybe you can get him as another contact in there. And there's nothing wrong with a lazy, relaxing day, my friend. I do enjoy those on the rare occasions that I get them.
Yeah, okay, very good, very good. Thanks for doing the net there, Jason, and I'll let you continue on. And I'll go and listen to that hum. That's weird. All I did was turn the radio on, and oh well. All right, thanks, VA3CJ there.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Chuck. I do appreciate it. Again, this is VE3, ZJC for Lake Ontario Radio Club, looking for check-ins. Stand by.
Okay, it's VA3
NFL. Good evening, Al. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good, Jason. My two geese showed up on my back shed. It's been going on 10 plus years. Winter's done. That's all I know. There ain't going to be any more snow, so they sit out there and yap. They'll do that for a couple of weeks, and then they'll bugger out somewhere else. But every year they show up. So I call them bread
Very good, sir. And I think they got it right. I was looking at the forecast. There might be a couple of overnight lows below zero, but no more snow in the forecast. Knock on wood.
Yeah, roger that. All right, Jason. Have a great evening, everybody on that. VA3IMW.
Thanks for checking in, sir. Do appreciate it. VA3ZJC looking for more check-ins. Come on in.
VA3NCA recheck.
VA3NCA recheck. Good evening, Wade. How are you doing, sir?
VA3ZJC, VA3NCA. Good evening, Jason. Good evening, all on that. Yeah, I'd like to make a better RF check-in than the one and done. I had to run out and reassemble my dash after doing battle with no air or heat. And so anyways, the dash went together a lot faster than it came apart. So either I'm getting used to it or who knows. Anyways, I did get it all back together before the sun went down, which was my plan. And yeah, I saw the note that Max had there about the resistor, and I thought the resistor pack was going to be the problem as well. It is typically on the type of car I have, but it turned out it's definitely related. I went through all the fuses and all that stuff because that was easier than digging into the dashboard, but in the end, all that stuff was good, so it can never be something easy. So I dug into the dash, and aside from finding out that the cabin filter was ridiculously filthy, and so I replaced that. But other than that, it was the connector to the filter to the resistor pack. It gets hot, and sometimes it gets corroded. So initial step is connect, disconnect a few times, and work it out and clean it up with a bit of electrical contact cleaner, and things are working again. And the next time it happens, I guess I'll go find whatever the replacement connector is and splice it in. But for now, everything's working again. So and it seemed to be a bad connection on the resistor pack. So yeah, that was it. And reassembling the dashboard so that I didn't have to be yelled at by whoever had to sit in the passenger side again. That all was completed and all before the sun went down. So successful evening. Back to you there, Jason.
Well, very good, sir. Congrats on getting it fixed. And if you're having such good luck with automotive repair, do you want to bring that good luck over to my place? I gotta go one of these days on a nice warm day, stick my head under the hood and under the bumper and figure out why my front sensors, the collision detection and radar sensors, are throwing fits once I drive far enough. It's been disabling the collision sensor warning stuff repeatedly every day for a good 2 weeks.
Well, that sounds really annoying. I am a hack at this stuff at best. I visit YouTube universities and I poke at it with a stick until it does something, generally. But I do generally come out ahead on these things. So far, touch wood. That type of intermittent thing to me, especially after a rainy day, sounds to me like moisture into some of the sensors. Not in this car, but the car previous, on the backup sensors, I had the same thing. In rainy weather, I basically just had to disable them because there had been water ingress into them, and they just got intermittent, especially in wet stuff. So I don't know what the fix is except for replacing those sensors. Hopefully that's not the problem you're going to run up against, but that's all I got off the top of my head. And I have to say, throw in the caveat that I am by no means a car mechanic. I basically poke at things until something odd happens, and then I go look up the odd event on YouTube and then see if that does anything. My repairs take 4 times as long. They're half as good as a real mechanic, but they do tend to work eventually.
Yep, USO, I get you there. The electrical stuff in a car, I'm usually pretty good at. Mechanical stuff is always fine. And yeah, I'll do a lot of research on why this is happening and potential causes. It could be moisture. It started when it was still sub-zero and freezing. Just a little annoying. Not that I rely on that sensor, especially actually, clipping down the highway because I'm actually paying attention to my driving. But just shutting it off or having it shut off while driving does hurt me a little bit. I'll figure it out one day. Definitely not taking it to a dealership because that's just highway robbery. Anything else for us tonight, Wade, before I throw another shout out for check-in?
No, I'll let you do that and listen along for the rest of it. Yeah, I hear you about some of these things, especially with phantom electrical problems. Usually you're paying just for them to poke at things as well, and not always come up with a solid answer. So yeah, I hear you. Those are the worst. Good luck on that one, and I'll pass it back to you so you can pick up anybody else who might be straggling along here. VA3IMW back to net control.
Contact.
190 diagnostic fees. Thanks for checking in, Wade, and go ahead, Mac.
Yes. So after the electronic contact cleaner, there is a grease. It's an electro something grease that you can use that prevents the ingress of water. So next time you're under the dash, you might want to get some of that grease and give her a little squirt in there. Anyways, thanks for letting me pop in.
No problem, sir. I got a tube of that electrical contact grease myself. It's the carbon impregnated one, or something like that. It's blacker than the ace of spades, and when it gets on your hands, it ain't coming off.
Oh, you can take a selfie with Justin Trudeau then. There you go.
No. And with that, this is VA3IMW for Lake Ontario Radio Club. Looking for more check-ins on the Saturday night. Come on in.
Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango. Recheck.
Good evening. Other Al, how you doing, sir?
We're doing good. I think there was a recheck in there. I think you guys were looking for dielectric grease or something, but anyways. Yeah, not too much to report on my end there. Looks like we had some rain there earlier on and then some good weather this evening. Good barbecue weather. Did some barbecuing, so that was good. Tomorrow's looking good too in the evening for another barbecue. But other than that, just a general check-in, VA3DT.
Roger on the dielectric grease.
Thanks for checking in, Al. I got some barbecuing done. I believe Larry is out barbecuing actively. And that's about all there is for that. I don't know about the weather tomorrow. I know the weather today sucked. I got busy, and then the backyard was squishy, and I never got my new vertical thrown up and the cable run. And there's still ice on the ground between where I want it and the house. So a whole lot of stuff didn't happen today that I wanted to. C'est la vie.
Yep, I hear ya. I'm holding off. It's still too wet out there to be messing around.
Yeah, I'm just impatient. I'm tired of the stupid F7 noise floor that I've got.
Yep.
Hoping that a vertical would do some wonders.
That's all right.
over here.
I'll be up shortly.
Just wait for another warmer, sunny day that's not so mushy. Anything else for us, Al?
No, we're that's it. Just a general check-in. We'll let you pick up that recheck. VA3BT, good. Everyone have a good evening. 7-3.
Thanks for checking in, Al. Was there a recheck in there?
VA3CJZ.
Come on back in, Jack.
Yeah, how's the hum?
100% in full force.
Oh, it's still there. Oh, because I lost it there before I came here. I went to 2 meters, simplex, and I got rid of it and come back to this frequency and it comes back. Okay, thank you.
No problem, my friend. Good luck playing whack-a-mole. I know I have played that game many times on the suggestion of you fine gentlemen for all the other weird things that happened in my station.
Yeah, so right now it's a battle between USB hub and sound card. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's go get back to it. Try it again. Thanks again.
No problem, my friend. This is VA3 is NJC for Lake Ontario Radio Club. Saturday. Any more check-ins? Come on in.
VA3 KDT.
With another hum.
VA3 KDT, absolutely, with another 60 hertz hum, just a hair lighter than Chuck's. Good evening, Noel. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing much better. See how long the voice lasts. Actually, I kind of had a question about that because I was going to rewire mine. If I was going to use the main grounding in that, like my antennas and my power supply and everything else is grounded off of, is that something else I can potentially feed into that junction? Because it's shared between the push to talk button ground and the ground on the microphone.
I'm not sure I've got an answer for that, but anybody else on frequency on the net, more than welcome to come back in with an opinion.
I don't think he's got the right filter on the power supply to his mic. He's running a different mic on into his radio, and it requires input voltage, right? Is that correct, Noel?
No, it's a dynamic mic. It's passively powered. Like, it doesn't need the 40 phantom.
Okay, I'm clueless.
Well, that makes two of us, and two guys at opposite ends, or not quite opposite ends, but different parts of the city, both with a 60 hertz hum, and different radio gear, and different setups. It's puzzling.
Roger. Well, I guess the other question I would have towards that would be, what about using a headphone, like a 3.5 millimeter, like amplified headphone output, and using, say, like the left channel on the ground on that as an input into the microphone? Or am I gonna start blowing stuff up?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. No, what kind of radio is it?
It's a Yaesu FTM 500.
Sorry, is it FTM 500?
Correct, yeah. So the wiring on the cable just has mic positive, ground, and positive for the push to talk. So they share the one ground wire that's going back to the radio.
I mean, I suppose you could check to make sure that it is a common ground, but I'm not sure that there'd be any more filtering on a ground from somewhere else on the radio. Have you tried running it off of a battery just to make sure it's not a power supply?
No, I did have that thought though. I just hadn't plugged the wires in for that. That is something else as well. My other option was, because this is a USB or a analog microphone, there's a headphone, like a powered headphone output, if I was to use just like USB to power the mic, and potentially use it that way. So it was another option. But anyways, I've probably taken up a lot of time on this. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going or pass her on. But anyways, I'll throw it back to you.
Find out where the 60 hertz is coming from.
Yeah, that'd be my thing. Run it off of a battery first and make sure that it's not a power supply, because it could just be grab some ferrite, some toroids, and loop the power cable from the power supply to the radio and see if that clears it up. I know for me, the guys were always complaining about the buzz on my radio, and I actually found it to be my desk mic and the way that the wires are laid out inside the base. I've got an ICOM SM8, so I pulled the whole thing out. I had small enough toroids that I could unpin the headers, rewire everything, loop them through the toroid, plug it all back in, and nobody has complained since. So sometimes the hum is going to come from the place you least expect it. But I would start with run the rig off the battery and see what you get.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I will do that then, and not subject you to all that hum.
top of it, we're all good. But it is there and it is noticeable. Anything else for us tonight, Noel?
No, that was it. Just a quick one and a couple of techie questions. So thank you for that. Yeah, that was about it. I'll be listening along for got the end of it there. Anyway, VA3IMW.
Thanks for joining us, Noel. You make number 10 on the list. I'm not sure how many we're going to get, but we're going to try. This is VA3 ZJC for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Saturday Night Net. Looking for more check-ins. Come on in. I had a feeling you might be the last one there, Noel. All right, let's make this last call for the Saturday night Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. This is VE3 ZJC. Stand by.
Jason, anybody who's willing to stick around after the net, pop over to 146.100 on sideband and see how maybe tomorrow night's endeavor is going to work.
I would do that, but that would require me taking apart this station to plug a different radio in, because the sideband radio is nowhere near this desk. So I'm going to have to skip on that one, sir. And I still don't have any UHF VHF antennas capable of doing anything on the mobile to go play up there either. Maybe tomorrow, so weather holds out, I'll go poke at that one because the backyard stuff's just not happening.
Yep, no worries. Maybe if Chuck is still around, we can work with him.
Yep. Hopefully he's still around. He's probably poking at things with a stick to figure out where the hum's coming from. But it's not there on 2 meters, he said, so at least there's that. All right, last caller, recheck for Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come on in. All right, nothing heard. The time is 7:36. We will call it there. Attending to join in tonight, I appreciate each of you taking a moment out of your evening to come play radio. And I would like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of this fantastic repeater. With that, I will bid you all 7 threes and turn this machine back to normal amateur use. This is VE3 ZJC, and I will declare.
VA3 CJZ VA3IMW. Oh, there's somebody else that has 2 meter sideband capability. Thanks for popping your head up there out of the hole.
Yeah, I was thinking I might give it a shot as well tonight here. Just looking, is there a spot somewhere else that we might want to try, or did you pick 100 for a reason? I think it's in the repeater input section of the band, but maybe there's another reason for the .100. I don't know.
Oh, it's just a spot I found where things were quiet, and we can obviously adjust as time goes on.
Okay, yeah, QSL. Yeah, I can QSY over there and give it a shot. I'm just poking around here in the band, and it just sees that it's FM repeater input. But I know we're limited on the number of FM repeaters in here, and so we must not be conflicting. But yeah, if there's anybody else and you who's around to QSY over there, I'll give it a shot.
All right, 146.100. We'll give her a shot, and obviously, if things are busy, we'll come back here.
Roger, 146.100 SSB, QSB. QSL, I mean. QSY, I'll get it. My brain is cooked.
This is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, standing by. VA3IMW. Any stations within the sound of my voice, feel free to check in and give me a shot.
VA3IMW, VA3NCA. I have you really low and not too static on this band. Not as clean, not as clear as the 70 centimeter band, that's for sure. Back to you.
Yep, QSL. I've got you with an S7. It's probably a little stronger than the normal direct signal on 70 centimeters, but I do expect that 2 meters is going to be noisier.
Yeah, it certainly is. I'm getting you clear. I'm only receiving you at about an S3 for some reason here. I've got a decent SWR at this spot of the 2 meter band, just one little block on top of the one. So it's nice and clean in that respect, but and I can totally make you out, but a lot of hiss, even with the noise eraser on.
All right. Is there a place that's reserved for sideband on 2 meters?
I have to take a closer look. Yeah, let me take a deeper look at the overall plan. VA3DCS.
VA3DCS. You're cheating. You're always 20 over wherever you go.
Yes, but how's the Geiger counter?
Oh, none and non-existent. You're probably going to have to give me a almost like a dead carrier for a couple of seconds.
All right, I can try that. For until now.
There is something going on in the background. So the weird thing on sideband is that your peak power only comes out when your audio is 100%. But there is some clickety-clack stuff going on there. So maybe we haven't solved it.
No, probably not. I know I did just run into the other room and I pulled the voltage down on the power supply.
No, I'm definitely hearing the clickety-clack coming in with your audio as well.
All right, I'll try different cable when I get one.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Back to you, Wade. VA3NCA, VA3IMW.
VA3IMW, VA3NCA, and the group there. Dave, I got you 20 over, so a nice strong signal into my location, but the two of us are shouting at each other from the two banks of the valley there, so I'm not surprised. And I took a quick look. It looks like for sideband, 144 100 through 265. So 144 100 to 144 265 looks like it's a segment for sideband. Not sure if you're interested. We could try QSY 144 100 or something like that.
Well, if we go too far, I know our commercial antennas are not going to be happy. 144 265. That sounds like a good place to heart.
VA3BT.
Oh, come on, Albert. 40 over. You're killing me.
Yeah, I got to say. So I just looked that up. I don't know, Wade. So I just did a quick Google here. It says in Canada, 2 meter amateur radio band sideband spans from 144.180 to 144.265. That's what I Googled and that's what came up.
I'm not sure what you think about that, and then I will acknowledge that the dog's in there. Back to you guys.
All right. So let's QSY 144.265.
Negative 144.260. We got to scale the guard band for the satellite, and so we don't want to go too high.
Oh, we could cause a satellite to crash to Earth. That's horrible. 144.260 QSL.
QSL, he got in there too.
Oh, of course I heard Al. I can't tell you all the things that I hear. If he flushes the toilet, I get an RF signal.
We're too damn close. I'll meet up with you guys in another one.
All right, 144260 QSY.
Yeah, not too bad over here. Let's see if Mac made it over here.
It's amazing how far you have to spin the dial in order to get down here. Antenna's not happy down here. It's 1.6, somewhere in that region. I know I'm not getting full power out. So it's not going to be happy. So we're going to be in the same situation on 2 meters if we play on the designated sideband area. Remember when we did this on 70 centimeters, we were down around 432 500, and nobody could hear anybody. So I don't think this is going to be a good place.
I don't know. My antenna is pretty happy here. Got 1.1, 1.2.
Yeah, mine is, let me see here. Nope. It's, yeah, whenever I see the SWR showing little bars there, I know things aren't as good as they could be. So yeah, I'm 1.5 to 1.6, somewhere up here. So yeah, between our stations, obviously, I think I could tighten the Campbell soup string a little bit and get it more resonant. But as far as Wade goes, he was definitely quieter into my station. So I think we're going to start out with the 146.100, and then with the initial trial on Sunday night, we'll modify our plans accordingly.
Okay, sounds good to me. Whichever works. Yeah, what antenna do you got? The Diamond 50?
It's the X200.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the X510.
Yeah, so it's got a narrower band because it's higher gain, but yeah, so we'll adjust accordingly. Who knows? Maybe higher in the band we'll find some other quieter spots. We just have to make sure that we're not interfering with any inputs for any of the 2 meter repeaters. Go ahead, Wade.
VA3IMW, VA3MCA. Yeah, I'm hearing you clearer. Same signal strength to my location, but I'm picking you up clearer on this spot. But still, yeah, about the same and a little bit less SWR, but totally reasonable on my antenna. My antenna is just that home-built little quarter wave, which isn't great. Wondering if we might consider similar to the 70 centimeters where we're operating the FM simplex. Maybe we do some SSB in the FM simplex, and that starts. It looks like that starts at 146,400 and goes to 146,595. And maybe rather than being semi-controlled repeater input range, doing sideband and FM simplex is more than what we're doing on 70 centimeters. I wonder if we might give a shot at picking a frequency between 146,595 QSL.
All right, let's try the lower end of that then. QSY to 146,400.
Roger, Roger. I will QSY 146,400. Decide that.
Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
Did you make it here, Mac?
I made it. Yes. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
VA3IMW, VA3MCA, and Alan there as well. Yeah, I have you full S9 now at this spot there. Mac, your antennas definitely are happier here. And I've mapped my 1-to-1 SWR.
You're 15 over up here, Wade. Very good. I think there's a place we can happily put a stake in the ground. Very good. I'm happy about this.
Yeah, QSL, Al, how are you copying it?
I've got you. You're flickering from 9 to 10. Mac, well, he's 40 plus. He's sounding good. You're both sounding great here. And I've got, I'm holding at 1.0, just barely flickering.
Yeah, I'm totally flat here. So Wade, you're going to be able to hear Amnon and everybody else you don't usually hear.
And we play this game with the FM simplex area of 70, so this sounds like a good choice.
Yep, we doubled. Anyways, you're going to be able to hear Amnon and everybody else that you don't usually hear. This is a great place for us to be.
VA3MCA, I will QSY back to the ZOE repeater shortly, but I'll listen to any wrap up. I do have to hang it up for a little bit, but I will be around again later on. VA3MCA, back to the group.
No, thanks for playing, guys. Appreciate it, both Wade and Al. And we'll adjust our target frequency to 146,400 for tomorrow night's post 70 centimeter net. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, this one definitely works out for me. Hopefully it works out for everyone else. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll be listening along over in the ZOE there. VA3VT 73.
73.